Have you ever pondered the profound consequences of sibling rivalry? Let's trace back to the dawn of humanity, to the tale of two brothers, Cain and Abel. Born to Adam and Eve, they were as different as day and night. Abel the younger was a shepherd, tender and kind-hearted. Cain the elder was a tiller of the ground, sturdy and strong. Their paths diverged when they presented their offerings to God. Abel offered the firstborn of his flock, the best of the best, while Cain brought fruits from the soil, a sincere offering from his hard work. Yet God favored Abel's offering, leading to a spark of jealousy in Cain's heart. This spark ignited a flame so fierce that it led Cain to commit the unthinkable, the murder of his own brother. God in his divine wisdom punished Cain, marking him and condemning him to a life of restlessness. In the end, Cain, the firstborn, lived as a restless wanderer on the earth, a profound consequence of his actions. How much do you know about your ancestors and their impact on your life today? Our journey takes us back to the genesis of mankind, to Adam and Eve's sons, Cain and Seth. The lineage of these two brothers forged two contrasting paths in humanity's narrative. The descendants of Cain, marked by their forefathers' transgression, turned away from God. They embraced a life detached from divine guidance, a choice reflected in their actions and their legacy. On the other side of this family tree, we find Seth. Born to Adam and Eve after the loss of Abel, Seth's lineage took a different path. His descendants, in contrast to Cain's, began to call on the name of the Lord. They chose a life entwined with faith and spirituality, a path that would echo through their generations. In this divergence of paths, we see the profound impact of our choices, not only on our lives but on the lives of our descendants. What happens when wickedness becomes so widespread that it engulfs the world? Picture, if you will, a time when humanity was swept up in a tide of evil. A time when every thought and intention of the human heart was only evil, all the time. This was the world during the time of Noah. The Creator, who had once looked upon his creation and declared it good, was now grieved to his core. The corruption of mankind had spread like a dark, insidious vine, choking out all that was good and pure. The earth was filled with violence, and God saw how corrupt it had become. The sorrow of God was profound, his disappointment immeasurable. In his righteous judgment, he made a decision that would forever change the course of history. He resolved to wipe out mankind from the face of the earth. But in the midst of this impending judgment, there was one man who found favor in the eyes of the Lord. How much faith would you need to build an ark in the middle of dry land? Enter Noah, a man of righteousness in a world beyond redemption. He stood as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of unwavering faith and obedience to God's commandments. Noah, the chosen one, was entrusted with a monumental task. God asked Noah to build an ark, an enormous vessel that would become the cradle of life in the face of imminent destruction. Picture this: Noah, guided by divine instructions, constructs this colossal ark in the midst of dry land. The ark, a symbol of salvation, was to be built from gopher wood, sealed with pitch, and measured to precise dimensions. Not a small task by any measure, but Noah's faith did not waver. He took up his tools and began his work, all the while trusting in God's promise. As the ark took shape, the next part of the divine plan unfolded. Animals, two of every kind, started to gather. From the smallest insects to the largest beasts, they came. Noah welcomed them all, ensuring every species had a place in the ark. The divine orchestration of life's preservation was in full swing. Then came the rain, 40 days and 40 nights of relentless downpour. The waters rose, consuming the earth and all life upon it. Yet, amidst this catastrophic deluge, the ark remained. Every living creature within its wooden confines was safe, protected from the storm outside. The world as they knew it was erased, wiped clean by the floodwaters, but within the ark, life prevailed. Noah, his family, and the animals waited patiently for the waters to recede. They held on to hope, the promise of a new beginning. In the face of overwhelming destruction, Noah's faith and obedience to God brought salvation to his family and to all the creatures in the ark, proving once again that even in the midst of judgment, God's grace and mercy endure.